Wow, one of my favorite things to do. Look out my window and look at all the sunflowers are facing me. I'm not going to discuss that this video though. But look at her. Look at how, by the way, I'm 6 feet tall. So this is my head. And this is how much higher. And just so you know, I'm not like making it up. Yeah, okay, let's get back to work. Yeah, so strong, so sturdy. We look at these beautiful flowers, just think how majestic, how strong, how sturdy, how just perfect, right? And some people might even judge a big, tall sunflower versus a little teeny tiny one, which I actually... Uh-oh, where'd you go? You were right here yesterday. Oh, maybe a cat or a wind. Okay, well, that's a little one. That's looking a little bit sad, actually. And then there's these big, giant ones. Holy moly! Now, what you don't know is just because they're standing up, looking strong, doesn't mean they don't have problems of their own. There's another big giant one over here I'm going to show you real quick, but I actually have a point, and it's so weird because I was just called a name by strangers, of course. It's one of those new names that news watchers, look at this. Okay, again, I'm 6 feet tall. Oops, still. It's like, yeah. It's pretty tall. All right. So, oh my gosh, I need to eat you. Is this big pear better than the little pear? I don't really know. But what I do know is judging the book by its cover, or by its words, or lack thereof, is kinda silly. I need to take an inhale, pardon me. Oh, so, yeah, interesting timing. So I was called an ableist, obviously by somebody who doesn't know me or anything about me, but apparently that's where I believe that, we'll just say me, healthy is better than someone else not healthy. And this whole healthy, there's Bobby again, we'll go sit down, is under the assumption, right? You're assuming I'm healthy because I say some words, and you're cementing that you're not healthy. So I must think I'm better than you or something. But what we don't see here when we look at these beautiful, tall, majestic, so-called strong and sturdy flowers amongst the chemtrailed backdrop, I'm going to show you what you can't see. Yeah, big, thick, sturdy. All right, that's great. You see all these crutches? Uh-huh. And what about this? Yeah, that's her. Look at that. That is her. Somehow, she is still growing. Somehow, she is still producing. Is it because she's an ableist? Or is it because she chooses to be stronger than her disability? If you've been watching me a while, I refer to it as diff-ability. Because we're not dist, we're not unable to do anything. We can do something, right? Look at these. They're fighting off the bugs or the mold or whatever, right? But you're judging the book by the cover. You want to be mad because she's tall and appears to be strong? You want to hate on your neighbors who are telling you you can do better, you can heal, you don't have to let your disability own you? Now look at this. Like, there's literally, look, it's a hole. How is she alive? How is she standing strong? How? Look at that. Like, I mean, how? Is it because she's an ableist? Is it because she's a racist? Is it because people watch news and TV and want to find another name or label to fight with their neighbors over? Or is it because she's strong and she's not going to let her weaknesses get her down or keep her down? Right? Like, just because I don't complain about the pain or this or that doesn't mean it's not there. Just because she's not complaining and still standing doesn't mean it's not there. Serious. Like, in a world like today, a lot of you are more concerned with saying this flower thinks she's better than this flower. Like, really? Like, so what of it? Is that like all you have to talk about? Like, why not look at the miracle of her and the fact that she is still standing, completely busted and broken, not complaining, not hanging her head in shame, but fucking rocking it. What about that? What about, like, I'll use myself as an example since I happen to be a little sunflower myself, or a big one. But, like, what if we just existed and did what we were supposed to do and weren't comparing ourselves to others? And here's the thing, when you're trying to compare yourself to others, you're looking for something to hate, right? Like, I don't know these people who, like, oh, you're such an ableist. They looked at one comment on one page in all my 50-something years. They don't know anything about the videos on this channel, by the way, that I'm crying, screaming, begging, saying I'm never going to make it through this, right? Homeless, zero income. Like, they missed those videos, apparently. They missed all these scars, apparently. Or the ones in my belly, or the ones in my head. Like, right? Like, you're more concerned about somebody saying being sick is a choice than you are about how are you still standing? How am I still standing? How am I speaking? Right? It wasn't that long ago I couldn't talk and walk. Why, instead of bashing me or the flower, why aren't you saying, wow, how'd you do that? I'd like to feel better too. Right? Like, look at her. Oh my God. Let me put my hand up here if I could even reach. I can't even reach, but that's my hand. So haters would rather look at her and say, fuck you, ableist, instead of saying, wow, how did you survive? What can you teach me? What do you mean we don't have to suffer? Like, really? Like, shouldn't that be your main concern? Like, Christy, how are you talking and walking again after not being able to do so, or after supposedly supposed to die in 6 months, or, right? Like, why aren't you asking those questions? Why aren't you, hi Bruiser, why aren't you asking her, who is still standing, presumably strong and sturdy, taking on the winds, taking on the storms, taking on the chemicals? Why aren't you asking her? Wow, that's amazing. How are you still standing even though your legs have literally been chopped off? I'm gonna show you this again, okay? And all of these were cut, obviously. That's why I had to put these and tie these, but we've been getting lots of storms. Look, there is zero. Like, look, it's a hole, it's filled with water. Completely broken. But all you look at is the face, who's not complaining, who's not wavering. You're an ableist. I'm sorry. It's just amazing timing, really, because I knew, obviously, that she was busted. I had to put a couple bandages and crutches on her and her sister here. And then, yeah, she kind of, obviously I relate. Been there, done that, right? So, I would like this message. There's some goats I'm going to have to call names. But yeah, I would love this message to, like, for you to really hear it. And what I'm saying is we can always do better. We don't have to own our disease, own our pain. You know what? I just broke my foot like a few weeks ago, right? And I'm still walking. And guess what else? I'm going to sit down right here and I'm going to show you also what I'm healing from. Yeah. So that was over an inch wide and deep gash. Okay? Like, I'm not showing you because I want you to feel sorry for me, you know, because you don't know what's beneath the surface. And to judge people and name call only because they're not complaining is kind of dumb, right? And I don't want to make this about me. Obviously I'm going to use my real life examples to accentuate or discuss what I think is worthy. My whole channel, you know, like I said, there's still those videos. I'm never going to make it, boo-hoo, blah, blah, blah. And then I changed my mindset. If you think I'm not in pain every single motherfucking day of my life, it's because you haven't asked. And if you haven't asked, you don't care. And if you're making assumptions about your neighbors or about, and everybody's your neighbor, right? On this planet, whatever, dimension, I don't know. I don't care. I literally don't. Call it whatever you want. Doesn't mean a thing to me. Because I know that my purpose and my goal is to heal myself and to do better every day in every way, no matter how much it hurts, right? And yeah, so that doesn't mean I don't ever cry. It doesn't mean I don't ever say, oh my God, or think that, oh my God, what am I doing? Can I really do this? Ouch, this hurts. Oh my gosh, I need a break. Yeah, I do those things. I say those things too. I'm sorry I'm not on social media complaining all day, trying to get attention and boo-hoo, right? Just because I've healed myself to a point where I can talk and walk doesn't mean I don't still have the same damages that I had before, right? Whatever. That flower. Those people that called me that would look at that flower and call her a name because she's standing tall and strong and proud. Instead of saying, hey, yo, what's your secret? How'd you do that? Like, stop fucking judging everybody. Serious, man. You really think there's nothing better to do? And I ain't trying to sound like Trump and EPST, EIN or IEN or who knows, who cares again. Like, oh, there's a million other things going on in the world. Like, you're still talking about that? I ain't trying to sound like that at all. I'm just saying, they're literally, look, dude, weather warfare, yeah? You don't think that days like these with what, how many 500 floods in the last week or something, we shouldn't be like banding together? I just went on a call today. For those who don't know, I'm a volunteer first responder in my community. And at this call, we had to go to the next house because they were suffering. But was she complaining? No. She was more concerned about her daughter. Like, and somebody else in the family just passed, right? I just went through this a couple months ago. 3 deaths in the same house. Like, we're a small community. Wouldn't our time better be spent by building bridges, building community, being there for one another? And like these same people calling me a name or dumb names like ableist or whatever. Again, I'm a volunteer, right? We don't get paid in rural communities. We're there because we care, not because we're online fucking crying and pointing fingers and hating on everybody else. We're no different than you. We took a couple classes, studied a little bit, big deal, have a couple certifications, but we're no different. We're just humans who care. That's it. What about you? Who do you care about? What do you care about? Just yourself? Your ego? Your, ew, and leaving your heart? Dude, trust me, been there, done that. For like 35 years, okay? I was begging for death. I get it. And that's why I can talk this shit. And guess what? The proof is in the pudding. Go watch my channel. Don't just take one sentence off of one page without asking for context and start judging, right? Because guess what? When you call 911, who's going to show up? It's going to be me. Are you still going to be calling me an ableist? Are you going to be saying thank you? Or are you going to be saying, oh, you're a racist, ableist, so you can't help me with my heart attack? Priorities, man. All right? So, all right. I cooled off a little bit. Goats are looking good and cute. I would show you the puppies, but they're in other videos, and I don't want to walk down there again right now. But yeah, let's admire the beauty, not just of these flowers, but everybody, and everybody's struggle, and everybody's ability to overcome. To overcome what? I don't know. That's your walk. That's your path, right? We all have it. We all have the same. They might not be the exact same struggle at the same day, but it will be the exact, it'll be pretty similar as time goes on, right? Because it's our school. We're here to learn. We're here to do better. We're not here to criticize strangers, neighbors, anybody, or anything at all.